got so much oil coming out of this thing. It really is. The mechanical fuel pump has a lifter that rides on here. It uses the OEM bolts on the water pump. It's a harness and a 30 as hell.
Missing that gap.
Nah, fuck that. We're gonna put a turbo on the V6. Tell Oprah to make merge.
Well, moment of truth. What's up? C10, look at this. It's lit. Oh, this is the one you were talking about? Yeah. Oh, look at the springs. You're actually going all out. What is it gonna be for?
Just a driver truck.
Driver truck, street truck?
Yeah.
Okay, so you want me just to pull in the truck right now?
Yeah, we can do it in here.
We're gonna start putting the catch can on my truck for a video. Sexy girl. Don't mind the cluster lights. Okay, what's the bad news?
Well, we made a bracket prior to this. Yeah, so it puts it here, but we should have made it this way, so it'll sit here. Which he was originally doing, and I told him not to. It was my fault.
Big old catch can, let me see it.
Maybe.
Damn, look at this beauty. Explain again to the audience why I need this LTX. They're called LTX.
X is just a variable. You know, when you go to school and solve for X,
Yeah.
X means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. LT is just an abbreviation of that.
Well, I call them LT for short, but LTX if you want to be more specific.
They're basic. It's essentially you're saying the same thing. LT is this generation of motor. LTX, the X stands for whatever number you feel like talking about.
Yeah.
Until they make an actual LTX block, which is what GM, the LSX.
I've been meaning to ask you, because I think I know, but I'd rather just run it by you. The 6.2 is considered an LT4, right?
No.
LT1?
6.2. Well, yeah. So the LT4 is a 6.2. So is the LT5. So is the LT1. So is the L86.
But the difference is that they have different components, like supercharger, like certain things, like a package.
Yeah, so 6.2 is just the displacement of the motor. That's all that is. LT1 is the Corvette 6.2, which is exactly the same as the L86.
Because I heard that the LT1 is like freaking beast.
LT1's the L86, man. They're the same motor. So this truck 6.2, which is the L86, and the LT1, they're long block. So I spent like a whole weekend cross-referencing all the numbers, all the part numbers. They're the exact same. Cams the same, heads are the same, injectors are the same, cranks the same, pistons the same, rods the same, they're all the same. The only difference is the intake manifold, the exhaust manifold, the cold air intake, and the front drive. Auto body's the same, mass airflow sensor is the same. Oil pump is different, but I can't figure out why. They just have different part numbers. I don't know what's different about them though. Internally, they look exactly the same.
Well, let's get to putting this catch can on. Intake. Look at the intake. Test fitting it?
I wanted to just cut it and reverse it.
You test fitting it or what?
Well, we made a bracket thinking based on one of these kind of off memory, and he wanted to move the catch can on that side of the water pump, and I wanted to move it on this side. His side was right, totally wrong.
Damn, so you're wrong.
I'm not always right, man, but I'm never wrong.
We all learn.
That's how it goes.
Like that?
Look at this right here. Where do you have it? Right here? Let me see you. Just kind of flip it. What about you put it right there?
That's where the turbo's gonna go. Head ass. In the future reference. In the future.
So we pre-made a bracket before Omar got here, so we wouldn't waste a lot of time making it. And then he wanted to make it one way, I wanted to make it another way. His way was the right way, mine was the wrong way. How we made it. So now we have to alter the bracket a little bit so the catch can will fit properly. But that's about it.
You had the 6.2 in your head.
Yeah, they're the same motor. I just
it's a little bit more compact.
No, it's just would have been out here. Well, I don't even know what I was thinking. I just always thought we were gonna have it out here, and it's supposed to go on this side. And we used one of our motors to build it, so we kind of
winged it.
Yeah, so we wouldn't have to. I mean, it took them forever to build that thing. Taking too far out.
Oh, yeah. Seven.
You got so much oil coming out of this thing. I mean, you got some. That's how you're sucking up all your oil.
Where?
Up through those lines, man. Look, it just turned my finger black. A little ring of oil right there. You can see the color right here.
Let me try.
It's hot as ah. Here's the cool thing about our catch can kit. It's got these fittings, and so you don't gotta weld. Literally just put them in, and that's it.
That's it.
You don't gotta weld.
Yeah, that's fast.
You may go about making your line.
Yeah, that's my little throttle body. Oh, that's so adorable.
Smaller than the
Damn.
It is smaller than the LA3 throttle body.
Look at this. Look at this. Okay, so that's my hand right there. Oh, hell yeah, it's missing that gap. Look at that.
These V6s use two different valve covers. That valve cover is for this size, like every other V8 LT. But this valve cover has a smaller nipple, so I have to figure out. We're probably just gonna run a hose direct to that and then to the catch can. But that one works.
Yeah, I gotta add more drama in this video. I really want to play with this. The turbo in the back boost lag. That's what I'm thinking. Like if I put money into putting the turbo in the back of the exhaust, that'll be easier to like manufacture, make boost. It's only 6 cylinders, so it'll put air in there faster. No?
the benefit of putting it down at the bottom quick, and we don't have to push it up here. The whole reason we wanted to put it down there was because you wanted to do 6.2, so there's no reason to build a bunch of shit up here. Well, then you just take it off.
So we're thinking of putting a turbo because we just want to see what this V6 can do. I always wanted to just. I'm curious. I just want to see it because it's fun. Figure out what this thing can do. We already know what a 6.2 turbo truck can do, but watching this, just taking down people, some cocky ass people.
Well, it's like everybody's got a cam 6.2 static drop. Everybody and mom's got one of those. I mean, that's cool. And eventually this will get a 6.2 cool with the cam, and I get it. But in the meantime, slap a turbo on here. It's not a permanent deal because we are still doing a 6.2, but while that gets hammered out, throw a little snail on here and see what it does.
There's the plans of getting a 6.2 already. It's more fun just to do this for content. Comment on the video and tell me what turbo. Put a turbo in the back. It might or it might not do the boost lag, but you just said that because of newer models.
So rear mount, okay, so here's the deal with boost lag. Boost lag was a problem like in the 80s. Not a problem anymore. If we put a turbo down low, it might lag a little bit, but like I said, the benefit of putting it down there is we don't have to mess with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So that's it, and I just want to see what it does. All the power on these motors is up top anyways, and that's where you're gonna stay in the RPM. So you know, why am I gonna build a top mount kit for
a V6?
Well, just because we want to see what it does. 6.2, like I said, we're working on the 6.2 for this one, and why not boost it while that gets hammered out?
I want to keep the V6s because as a YouTuber, I have to keep making some cool, interesting content. You can put a V8, but everybody does that. The V6 is a special thing because the reasons that they came out, they're just very out of the box, have a lot of power. It already makes like close to like 300. Imagine it having more boost, more air flowing inside the motor. You already said that there's this Grand National with the same motor that's pushing like 2,000 or something like that?
No, well, there's a Grand National that did a LV3, which this motor's a LV3. It's a LT, but the code name is LV3. And they put a turbo on it and they put port injection on it, made like 550 to the tire with like very little. It's a stock motor, nothing's done to it. And that was on like 8 or 10 pounds. And he didn't even push it. You know, the real limiting factor on this motor is the injectors. But
I heard that if you put a cam kit on there, which they don't have cams for this one, you have to specially make it. Probably talk to Texas Speed. It changes the fuels. I don't know, something I heard.
I think I have a cam here.
For the people that keep questioning why I put my ears inside my hat, here's what happens when I put on the hat with the ears. Just see that? I have a small head, so that's why I put it on. I wasn't blessed with a big head.
All right, so here's a cam. This is a stock LT cam. As a matter of fact, I think it's out of a L86 and LT1 use the same cam. A normal cam, normal lobes. This is your oil for your DOD and VVT, hollow cam, and everything's normal journals until you get to this point. It's this tri-lobe right here. This is what controls the fuel pump in the back. The mechanical fuel pump. The mechanical fuel pump has a lifter that rides on here, you know, goes up and down like a cam lifter, and that's what creates your pressure. So you can get cams with a 38% increase in this, and that gives you more fuel pressure, and it lets you run more power. But there's no cams for these. You have to get one made, but there's no real point in doing that because
maybe in the future I feel like I'll build something small. Like I'll put this V6 back in there. Actually go all out with it for future content. Curiosity just to see what we can do with these motors because they're different, you know? That's why I respect it so much, and that's why that type of guy that goes for the underdog, and the V6 nowadays is the underdog. People just don't like it, but when it starts outperforming, they start hating, you know? But
I just want to see what it does.
That's what I want to do. When I step on it, like when the trucks leave me, there's some trucks that they leave me and they have like mods and stuff like that, but they're slowly leaving me. They're not Texas 2K, boom, slowly leaving me. And this is straight stock, so
just tuning it'll get you a little bit more, and tuning your shift points will help.
I think I'll just tune it before I get this month. I'll probably just tune it and see what it can do, and then just comment on the comments. Should I get a 6.2 or should I have fun, build this, not build it, but like just put small little modifications, see what it can do, put it on the track, and as soon as I had my fun and we finally know what it could do, I'll switch up to the 6.2. But either get 6.2 now or mess around with this thing and see what we can do for you guys to have something to watch besides everybody doing the same thing.
I'm talking about going until it let something loose. You'll have the 6.2 anyways.
Yeah, but I don't know if this truck will blow up. We could put NOS.
Is it on there?
But what do you think about NOS, bro?
So we could do nitrous, nitrous or meth to compensate for fuel. That's what I was thinking, is doing a meth kit or something. Then instead of, like I said, I don't want to the fuel system on this and do all this shit just to not use it anymore. Yeah. That we won't use anymore. The turbo can be moved to the 6.2. All the fancy fuel shit.
What type of turbo would it be if we do put it on there?
It's a Borg Warner 372 SXE. So it's a billet 372 millimeter with a really small AR housing. So you don't get a lot of boost lag or any boost lag. So it's all about turbo sizing. That's how you get rid of boost lag.
Because I heard, well, I feel like that one can help it with this one, but like they said that if we put it on the 6.2, the turbo, if we put it on the 6.2, that millimeter, I feel like it's trying to breathe and it's not helping it out as much.
The reason I wanted that turbo is because we can use it on the 6.2, and all I have to do is change out the turbine housing, the back housing, so larger housing for the exhaust, and that way it'll flow with the 6.2. We'll let it flow without a lot of back pressure. That's the reason for that turbos. So I had already planned it out. That turbo is actually pretty kind of big for this motor, but that's the reason why I wanted that one, even though it's a little large for this one, because we can move it to the 6.2. So all this is planned out. I just dumping money into V6 and just because. There's
people out there that they feel comfortable with the V6, and I want to show them as well that, you know, this is the stuff that you can do to your V6. You just want to daily it, or you want to just not have a V8 but daily it, but want to add extra power or just curiosity. On the channel that I'm trying to do, like in this channel, I'm trying to do that so you guys can actually have something to watch.
So my deal with that 6.2 we have is I wanted to do like a build series, literally putting the 6.2 together. While that gets worked out, be able to throw a turbo on here. That way you kind of have two things going on at the same time.
Yeah.
And if this motor blows, it's more entertaining, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Just go into the track and just scarring the hell out of some cocky ass. Let me know in the comments. Why don't you just put an LS in it? Well, this is a newer truck. It has different harnesses and all that kind of stuff. So I just want to stick with the newer stuff on this one.
Someone said, by the way, I read your comments. Someone said that to do an LS3. Well, you can't.
You can't?
Not in here, because LS motor.
Yeah.
This LT, you can't do an LS3. Plus you're going backwards. Why would you do that?
This is a newer truck, newer stuff, newer technology. Just want to push those. Want to see what the newer stuff can do. Later on, I want to get like another type of truck, the old school, like a 2000. Fix that one up and actually put an LS2 in there. I know my name says Omar LS2. I just needed a name, and that was short enough. I eventually am gonna get a 6.2. I'm only 23. I'm about to be 24. Not everything happens all at once. So
put an LS2 in the C10.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I want the C10 to be a drag truck or maybe a show truck. I don't know, but I want to put 6.2 in there because I feel like they're like the king right now because of the reaction time that these push from a dead stop. I mean, just look at the V6. Imagine what the 6.2 can do on the track in a C10 that's light as hell.
Well, your 6.2 is gonna be more of a 6.5.
6.5? What do you mean 6.5?
Well, because when we're putting that one together, we'll open up the cylinders and you'll have a bigger displacement. So
I'd rather just put that one on the C10 then.
Be a little bit. It's not like drastic, but you'll be a little bit bigger than a 6.2. You'll have more displacement.
Has direct fuel, meth kit.
You're essentially just opening the bore out to fit for machining purposes. You know, it just opens it up. You get a slightly larger motor. So that's the benefit of an actual 6.2 build versus slapping a 6.2 in. Because we can, if you wanted to.
I do.
Tomorrow, we'd have a 6.2 in here, and then you'd be like everybody else.
Got a point. I mean, it can be done. This one has a 6.2 LT in there. The Bel Air. Look at that Bel Air. Has it in there.
That C10 back there is getting a LT 5.3 L83. That's a 68.
68. It's just a matter of what to do, what's the best way. Because I want to build this because it gives me more videos to f with, and I can do more interesting content. And the way I shoot things, I always try to make it as interesting as possible to work.
right, so we got the bracket. We got the bracket on, and we used the OEM water pump bolt holes or bolts, which this one holds the harness, and the one down here holds the bracket for this vacuum line. Catch can will go like this.
It's gonna be like facing upwards, and this bracket is holding it. See that bracket right there in the middle of the screen? It's gonna be on there.
I got a 6'2" for Omar's audience, but he don't want to make a shirt.
Figuring out the merchandise too. So I'm still working on making merch so I can push business and get a little bit more money in the bank so I can keep doing like bigger things. I have a lot of people already asking me. I'm trying to find a good designer. Oh, there we go.
Alright, okay. Next up, by the way, I don't really work on cars. They do. I do, but they do most of it. We're gonna run this line around the back, just so we have some kind of... On the V8 kits, you have two things, right? Actually, we have a V8 right here. On the V8 5362 and now 66, you have these two here. They would literally come out like this and go to your...
Wait, which ones again?
These two right here.
Okay.
They would literally go out and then turn into your catch can like this.
They both come out.
Yeah, they both come out, so you have some kind of symmetry.
And then they're gonna be right here.
Yeah, they both have some kind of symmetry, but your line back here, your vacuum line here is here.
Also, it's in the back. So
yeah.
This one on mine is in the back.
Yeah, it's in the back. So we still maintain some symmetry. We're gonna run this one like this, and they're gonna come into the catch can.
Okay, so it's gonna run in the back.
Yeah.
Getting in right there.
And because your port is smaller than these, I don't have a fitting for it, so we're just gonna run the line straight to it, which is okay. It's a vacuum, and they'll just go to the catch can, and that's it.
Oh, we ghettoing this thing out. Damn, look at that light. We should have got that from the beginning.
By, you know.
Look at this truck. Hell yeah, thumbnail. Yes. See you guys? It's right. Dirty as hell.
Ooh. We're gonna see how up it really is. Check this out. There's a blip.
Oh, let me see that. Go back.
There. Yeah, I'll stick my hand in there. I can't, but alright. Check this out.
Oh,
that's all shit sucking out. So if you don't have a catch can, I'll tell Omar to link my in the website.
Yeah, I'll link his Instagram on here, link his website, everything.
For UVA guys, our line, so our catch can kit comes with pre-made lines already, so you just have to make a bracket. It's super easy for you guys. That's, I mean,
damn. Just to show you guys how many miles this truck has. That's how many miles I got in this truck. She still runs strong because I haven't had a problem. The problems I had was the starter and the battery. Other than that, I haven't had any problems with this truck. And I dogged the shit out of this truck. What is that again?
It's A and hose. It's what people use for fuel. It's fancy. So we're using it as vacuum line because we're fancy around here. It's actually rated for E85. Again, this is overkill for vacuum, but because we have a billet catch can, why would you use anything else?
I should just stick with this one. This one already has the 85. Well, moment of truth, turning it on after all installment. Give me 100 horsepower. Horsepower, baby.
Mine,
just like my friend Donut.
you'll see the smoke, and it's fine. That's just the vapor. All the pressure.
Oh, that's why there's the intake on there?
That's why there's a filter.
It goes in there.
So that used to be sucked in, all these vapors used to be sucked in here,
Yeah.
and then from here, with the cap out both. So we put a cap on that, put a cap on here. Now instead of it being sucked into the intake, getting our oil, it's going into the catch.
All right, guys. Well, like and subscribe, turn the bell notification on. I'll try to keep on pushing more into doing cooler videos. Guys, comment down below and tell me, do you think we should with this V6 and make some videos out of it until we get the 6.2? Because the 6.2
Nah, all that. We're gonna put a turbo on the V6. Go over to make merch. I'll give away a 6.2. I'll give away a 6.2 with the 8-speed. Give away a 6.2 cams with the 8-speed, depending on how many people buy merch. We're gonna with the V6. I'm gonna put a turbo on it. I don't care if it blows up.
Stop
We're building a
moving.
6.2.
Fine, we're gonna do that. Damn, I need to change the lights on the bottom. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I know this was a long video. Hopefully I can edit it right. On the next probably might be a bike video, because I feel like I want to do truck and then bike, so you guys have different things to watch once in a while. Or, you know, comment down below if you guys think that's a cool idea, because I think so. And, you know, the chance for you guys to see me bust my ass again. I don't know. I'm not a pro, but I'm trying.
Oh yeah, hey, go if you want a cash can. I'll have Omar put a link to our website with the cash can on there. If you, the V8 guys, it has the lines. The V6 guys can probably include lines, but I kind of got to remeasure them. But I can do it, and then that's pretty much it.
All right. See you on the next.